of the living poop.
Yeah. Like, we're not even exaggerating. It was bad.
You should have seen this before.
That's fucking awesome.
When he was announcing, like, for the first time on PS4, you can play Final Fantasy VII.
Everyone's like,
People were rabid.
Yeah.
Rabid. And then I think, like, after a few seconds of silence after the trailer, there was, like, a small smattering of applause. Of just like, yeah.
like the just politeness.
Yeah,
applause.
exactly. It was just like, oh.
Pity clap.
be excited.
No,
Like,
that sucked.
how shitty did that guy feel?
Welcome to the Last Honest Gamers with your hosts, Nick, Taylor, Connor, and Jake. Welcome to this week's Last Honest Gamers. I'm your host, Mr. Grumpy, and here with us today is Mr. Hype.
It's not as fun
Jake.
when you say it. But yes, I'm Jake.
Mr. Hype Jake.
Whatever you want it to be, Nick.
I'm just trying to.
I think Mr. Hype Jake is it's an okay name, but Jake doesn't rhyme with train.
Okay, well, now give
enough.
Taylor a name.
Jake,
God.
Hype Man,
Taylor, Babe Slayer, Hoyt,
Bait Slayer.
Babe Slayer.
Oh, Babe
Babe
Slayer.
Slayer.
My bad.
Babe Slayer.
I'm like, I'm not sure what a bait slayer is, but
The
I'll take a
Babe
babe slayer.
Slayer.
That sounds good to me.
Definitely Babe Slayer.
And Taylor, what's Connor's
3
name?
minutes in
Connor
the ring
is-
with the Babe Slayer.
I'm trying to think of like a cool word for the linguist. Connor the linguist.
The cunning linguist.
Yeah, the cunning
Like,
linguist.
there
Yep.
you go.
Except that's already like a cool rap group, so.
I
But
know.
nobody knows. You would have fooled me.
All right, for sure.
I-
Well, all the
I-
fans of the cunning linguist beg to differ.
Yeah.
Do you think we have any overlapping fans? That'd be great.
the Venn
I
diagram
don't
of the
know.
cunning linguist and the Lost Honest Gamers is probably like
That big?
minuscule.
It's
You
like
can't
wh-
see what I'm doing with my hands, but trust me.
If it's not one guy, then it's zero guys. But let's move on.
and that one guy is you.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You're a fan of Last Honest Gamers?
I'm in the
we're
fringe.
acquaintances.
I'm in
We're
the
acquaintances.
fringe fan base.
They're starting to win me over, but their latest season, I don't know what they're doing.
I think I saw one of their ads on Facebook. I don't know.
Yeah, you did. You did. Spent $15 on that advertisement.
Breaking the Benjamins.
Or soon to be the Tubmans. If
What's
Yeah,
that?
that's
so
true.
apparently there was like a thing going around that people didn't want Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill, so they could put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill.
Harriet Hubman, were you about to say?
Harriet.
I don't remember that president.
Yeah, neither do I.
I mean, that would be cool. I mean, nobody thinks Harriet Tubman is not cool, except people who suck. But that is a little strange because we
Yeah.
had the whole kind of presidents thing going on.
Yeah, well, not that Benjamin Franklin was a president either.
Oh, it's just shit. You got me there, dude.
Shots fired.
I'm a goddamn idiot. Wow.
But he was one of the founding fathers, so it's all right.
Yeah,
There
he
you
was still a generally cool dude. Anyways,
Anyways.
Let's get back on topic.
Video games.
Video games. We didn't talk about this yet last week. Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
That's true. We didn't talk about it.
I didn't talk about it because I frankly do not care.
What
What
are
do
they
you
just like running Assassin's Creed reruns on network TV now or something?
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Well, no. So the
That's actually a pretty ironic thing to say. A syndicate. Yeah.
yeah.
Going into syndication, just doing reruns.
Well, so I mean, they are doing the whole one Assassin's Creed a year is kind of old news, but it still stings every year when they're like, "Here's another one."
It's not Japan.
It's going to be super good. Yeah, it's here's another one. It's not Japan yet. Don't worry about it. You don't need to buy this one yet.
Well, like I feel like really, really great games take like almost sometimes more than a year to fully digest, and and then there's that period of
Yeah.
like you'd fully digest it, and then you need like a little like waiting period before you're ready to dive back into the franchise.
Sure.
That's what they need to do. I mean, every 3 years a game will be fine.
Well,
not every year.
So I mean,
Absence
here's
makes
the
the heart
thing.
grow
So
fonder.
here's what they need to do. We say, but are we making as much money as them? Probably not, and probably because we're not making Assassin's Creed every year. I mean, I feel like as much as it would be awesome for the integrity of an honest gamer to really like have one Assassin's Creed every 3-4 years, something like that, that'd be great. It's not going to make them any more money. It's probably going to make them less money. So I mean,
Right,
they're making
wear it out.
decisions.
Well,
Yeah, they're making the decisions they have to make, but it's still just frustrating.
I present to you Grand Theft Auto, a game that only comes out every 4 or 5 years,
But
and
is-
it sells like a gajillion copies.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing and well made.
And
Because-
those games take like 3 to 4 years to digest.
But I also
Yeah.
wonder, like, because it is amazingly well made. The Assassin's Creed games are well made, but not amazingly. Like I'm specifically not putting amazingly or very well. I'm just saying well made. They're
think
just
they're
they're
just
just good.
They're just made. Yeah.
Made.
I will say, like, as much crap as Assassin's Creed gets, like, you have to like really commend the artwork.
Yeah,
like the
The
fact that they
scope-
could create, like, when we were walking around like the Paris, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
like that must have taken them a long time.
I mean, that's really incredible. Every piece of like every prop, every building, everything is just like so well made and it's so pretty.
I could give you that the
Yeah.
aesthetics and the
Well, even the
It's just
gameplay
really
for Unity, they made a working game for the most part, like in a year, and like
Okay,
that's-
to be fair,
92%
they
working.
don't make the games in a year. They just come out every year. They have like the most amazing production pipeline of any studio in the world because they have like 1,000 people and they just sort of like shuffle them from game to game to game. Like this one took 4 years to make, but they're like there's probably 2 Assassin's Creeds in the works right now, and they're just gonna
I
come
get what
out
you're
one
saying.
after another.
Okay.
So-
That's just amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just want to be like Ubisoft is the
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft is like the fat kid eating all the lunches in Kindergarten Cop, and I just want to be Arnold Schwarzenegger saying, "Stop it!"
Who told you could eat
What
my
is that?
cookie?
Stop it!
Could you give us another Arnold Schwarzenegger impression?
I
Nick?
just said stop it. I didn't do
No,
an Arnold
it's-
Schwarzenegger.
I think
Oh.
I've been
Well, that's too bad.
punished enough.
yeah.
But continue.
Yeah, but it's just make other games.
Yeah,
They
Like-
do.
Like
They
the
do make
Division.
other
Far
games,
Cry
but they
like the Division.
and Watch Dogs.
What?
but
The Division.
it still has that Ubisoft feel to it.
That's true.
Let's go find all the watchtowers. Oh, it has opened up all these areas. Hey,
Oh,
look,
for-
there's
for
something
Watch
over there.
Dogs?
No, it's every
Even the Crew had that. That's a fucking racing game.
No, that's right. Yeah, it's that
Watch
same
Dogs
the
and
Ubisoft
and-
formula.
yeah, and Far Cry. And
What doesn't follow that? Well, so far we don't know what the Division does. Rayman doesn't.
Rayman doesn't. Child of Light doesn't.
I think that's a complete
Well, Child of Light was kind of a one shot.
Yeah.
It's not a series, which I would guess that this is kind of. I'm assuming.
Splinter Cell doesn't. Do
That's
that.
true. I forgot Splinter Cell was even Ubisoft.
Rainbow Six.
Trials.
Yeah, all the little tiny games.
All
Trials-
the open world games do
Trials
that.
so
Let's say
good.
that.
There-
they're
yeah,
just-
okay.
They all feel similar to
Who-
me.
who,
I hate that.
Who made Shadows of Mordor again?
Monolith and WB
Oh,
Brothers.
Because that's totally the
Oh, they
the
did do the
Ubisoft
similar.
formula.
Yeah, you
they-
climb the towers and
yeah, it's the same exact stuff as
That was
as
a
Assassin's Creed.
mishmash of just like stolen ideas
It was
slapped
weird.
on it.
It
with
was
a
good.
pause. Oh yeah, it was great.
just
I enjoyed it.
yeah. I'm see actually Shadow of Mordor is like the one thing that worries me the most about Mad Max because I feel like those two games are pretty comparable where they're both open world games that have taken a lot of ideas from other games and kind of just slapped it onto a new and interesting setting.
But
So-
one's gonna have vehicle combat.
That's
yeah,
true.
Well, yeah. I mean, and Shadow of Mordor had the really, really, really awesome Nemesis system. So I mean, like
Yeah.
they've each got something. I'm worried it's not going to be enough. So
But
well, Mordor won a lot of Game of the Year awards, and Mad Max is getting a lot of hype from the movie. Like everybody loves that movie, so I'm wondering if people are just going to buy the game just because of the movie. Did you see the movie?
No, not yet, but it's definitely on my to-do list.
Yeah, me too.
if we see gameplay of we're going to see gameplay of the Division, the C3, and it
I
does
hope so.
And if it does the tower thing, I'm going to lose all hope in that game.
well, that doesn't mean it's necessarily bad, but
Yeah,
it doesn't
just
mean
'cause
it's
it-
bad, it's
just
just going
'cause
to
it-
be very similar.
Just because it recycles an idea doesn't mean the whole thing's kaput. Yeah.
Just-
It reminds
I'll
me a
be
lot
worried.
of Destiny.
I would
That's
actually-
that's the vibe I'm getting.
I would
from it.
also say I would guess that it is not going to do that. Mainly because the other thing is that with each of those games, except maybe the Crew, you are kind of the pioneer. You're the one making these maps. With the Division, it seems like there's already like an established network of people. There's already like the shambles of civilization. Soldiers are about. There's people. There's probably maps. It's not like this is unknown territory. Like it's like we've just day 3 we've passed 1st and 2nd Street. I wonder what's beyond. It's like people can kind of figure out.
I hope.
I
I
but
seriously hope.
it just doesn't seem like the kind of game that's going to do it. But they
It's
could,
still
I guess.
It's still Ubisoft.
It is
We
still
just never know.
Ubisoft.
Let's get back to Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Right.
How does it relate?
So
back?
when does it take place again? Is it
It's
1700s?
Victorian London, like the 18 like
Industrial Revolution.
something like the 1890s or the 1870s.
I thought it was 1700s.
No, if it is, it's the late 1700s.
Because it's only like
It's
one lifetime, or like like a little bit less than a lifetime away from Unity. And Unity was in the 1600s, wasn't it?
I don't know. The only reason I say the 1800s is because the order was 1886, and that's supposed to be the same time era.
It's during the Industrial
You know what?
Revolution.
You're right. So
That's the
actually, that's
1890s.
right. No, so I think Unity took place at the end of the 1600s, and then a lot through the 1700s, and then less than a lifetime away brings it up to early 1800s. So I think that's what it is. So it's around that time anyway. So we might still see some characters. We might still see some influence from Unity, and from that whole storyline, kind of project over into it. But what do we know about the game? You control two people. I think it's a brother and a sister, right? They're twins. You control them completely separately, a la Pikmin 3 and Pikmin 2. Hell yeah.
Or maybe all Grand Theft Autos.
Yeah, where you switch them.
Well,
Yeah, that might be a different.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
a
I see what
much
you're saying.
better example. Damn it, Nick.
What other game does it? There's another
Got
game.
him.
that does it.
Pikmin 2.
No, it
I've
doesn't.
never played Pikmin.
Final
Pikmin
Fantasy
2.
12?
Yeah, Pikmin 2. You totally switch between people.
12. I think 12 was on the fly. Like I
Oh,
feel
right.
like Assassin's Creed. They're going to be like on separate parts of the map. You know, maybe.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
that sounds like GTA then.
Yeah.
Which was executed beautifully, I might add.
Yeah.
It was.
That was really good, especially on the PS4. The next gen systems, the load times between characters is so much shorter that it's more seamless. It's awesome.
Nice.
I love repairing your vehicle just by switching to another guy and switching back real quick. It's like, god damn it.
It feels like Grand Theft Auto. You're running the gang. You're trying to be the top gang.
Well, no, that seems more like Saints Row, like a serious version of Saints
Right,
Row. Because
totally,
Saints Row was all
totally.
about building your gang. GTA was about just getting money, like and
Being the
vengeance.
kingpin.
Yeah, that was never as much about like a gang kind of thing in
Squad,
GTA.
yeah.
But Saints Row, it just without the dildos, that's kind of
Exactly.
Saints Row had a lot of those.
I don't know. Maybe Assassin's Creed will have some dildo action. I mean, we
First
haven't
ever dildo.
Steampunk.
we haven't
Hell
seen
yeah.
we haven't seen the footage yet, so we can't rule it out, right?
Well, so
There's carriages.
yeah, so there's carriages. Yeah, you can drive stuff in this. They said that they really wanted to make sure that driving didn't take away from the climbing and the free running or anything. But even that is more streamlined, as they say with every Assassin's Creed. But as they've pretty much delivered, I mean, I don't think
there's like a hook thing where you can like literally shoot to the top of a
Yeah,
building instead of
grappling hook,
climbing
yeah.
it.
Spider-Man style.
Yeah, and it's vertical and horizontal. Like they were showing
Well,
a scene where a guy could like shoot.
Dying Light style,
Yeah. That's
Batman style.
yeah. There you go. Where you could like shoot across and like just ride the rope across.
Counter-Strike 1.6 hook mod.
Yes.
Anyone? Yeah, Nick.
Exactly.
Dude, that was the best.
I never got that working.
No, once you set up in the console, it's great. But I'm distracting.
No, it's
No,
cool.
it's cool.
Perfect.
People like the off topic, going off topic, off the rails.
I bet
Did
you
they tell you that?
There's that one
That's
guy
what I
that-
like
yes!
to listen to. Yeah.
Counter Strike.
Yeah, exactly. I played Condition Zero last night. It was great. Gun game still rules. But so carriages. Huh? You'll be-
Carriages.
So carriages, huh?
And then apparently there's a lot more like
seamless.
quick melee, hand to hand melee. Like they were talking about like brass knuckles and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Which seemed kind of weird, but whatever. I don't know. This setting does not interest me at all.
Not at all. It's boring as hell.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
like
I can't stop thinking about the feudal Japan setting
Yeah.
that you brought up. Like, how badass would that be? You're throwing ninja stars at dudes. You're impaling dudes with katanas. I mean,
yeah, totally.
Well, maybe that's the one they're working on for like 5
Well,
years, and they're going to
right.
make
No,
it
so
amazing.
they should put it out now because you got to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see 5 trailers.
Thank you,
of
Jalen
the
and Jacoby.
Same game at E3 in every conference, because it's going to happen. There's going to be one at Microsoft. There's going to be one at Sony's. There's going to be one at Ubisoft. There's going to be one at EA somehow.
Ubisoft.
And there's going to be one at the PC one. Watch.
Well, so they did just come out with Assassin's Creed something or other.
I forget what it was called. It was like
Chinatown Wars.
Chinatown Wars.
Chinatown Wars. No, but it was like a side scroller one. It was
Yeah.
like some weird offshoot thing.
It looks all right. I mean, it looks fine, but it's like I wonder if that was just them being like, they want katanas. All right, let's just throw that game out at them. Yeah, that'll satisfy them. $10,
It was cool 'cause
whatever.
It was a female lead too, and they hadn't really have.
I know. Well, they had what was her name? They had one, but the female leads never get the big. Yeah, I thought it was funny because there's one other female assassin that we've been able to play as, and that was on the PSP, I think.
Vita.
The Vita.
I forget what her name is.
And now it's on consoles now as well.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, but it's still not a console game. It's like it was kind of a side thing, and then they released this one, which is another female lead that's kind of on the side one. And then this one, I thought it was funny. They released the cover art for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It's all about two characters. You play them equally. They're both just as important, and there's no what?
I don't think that's true though.
Why are you whispering?
Because they could hear it like a whisper.
All right. Well, why don't you think it's true? They said that it's two characters that you're playing.
It is two characters, but I think all they showed is like gameplay of the guy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
all the guy. So I have a feeling that there's
even the cover art, it's only the guy on there.
No,
I'm like,
his sister.
Well, she's like behind him.
Yeah.
Well, they gotta get with the times. I mean, female empowerment is like gaining traction. Look at Mad Max. Charlize Theron's whooping ass out there.
Yeah, apparently she's like more of a lead than Max is in the movie. From what I hear,
like that, and like people are loving that. Except people who are like misogynistic by nature. But so like I don't know, get with the times. Give us a badass female lead. What's the big deal?
Yeah. Whenever I play like a Western RPG, I always make it a girl character because they're just.
You've always made girl characters.
Yeah,
That's
so,
all the time.
Give me the girl character, man.
You are very effeminate.
What can I say?
I think you make the
You're real cute though.
I think you make the girl characters in MMOs because you get the free stuff.
The free stuff
in MMOs.
In MMOs.
Oh.
Will slash dance for gold.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Selling lap dances in Iron Forge.
Goldshire and
what have
Goldshire.
you-
Obviously, it's Goldshire.
What have you reduced yourself to?
The most unclean place in World of Warcraft. It was just like you automatically get like a debuff when you enter the area of like a minus 5% running speed because everything's just so gross and sticky. Just like, oh god.
I just remember Travis was playing WoW and some guy walked up to him and was like, "Can you dance for me?" And he's like, "Okay." And
was Travis playing a female?
A female character, yeah. And
Night Elf was the classic one because they had the sexy dance.
This is like
Alize
this is vanilla,
dance?
so I'm pretty sure it's Night Elf.
Yeah.
And he danced for him, and he was like, "Okay, thank you," and got like 500 gold. And I was like, "What?"
Well, for starters, that guy sucks at life.
Yeah, this is vanilla WoW, so 500 gold.
Yeah,
That's
like
a lot of
Yeah,
money.
no,
in
that's
vanilla WoW.
incredible. Yeah, that's like
that's actually for them. That's like the equivalent to maybe like 15,000 now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
well, yeah, 500
Maybe
gold.
20.
That's like a few months if you're lucky.
I know.
You'll get 500 gold. That was like because you have to hit max level and then you get like a couple dozen gold and you're feeling rich.
I remember the first time I sold a quest item for more than a gold, I was like literally like dancing around.
I remember when I
Joy.
first got my gold, my first gold, and I'm like,
You're like,
Yeah, right.
got it.
Yep.
level 40.
I have a gold, everybody.
I remember in Goldshire when I got I accepted my first quest that gives you like a silver and 10 copper, and I was like, "There's more than just copper, silver. What is this?"
Good old vanilla WoW.
Yeah, I know. God, come a long way.
And I'm
Just
still
getting the level 20, and you're like, yes, level 20. Oh no, the wetlands.
Oh no, Welger's excavation site. Raptors, no.
No.
Sorry, only the hardcore guys maybe get that one. That place is brutal.
I miss getting him out at 40.
Pour
though.
one out for
Kids,
vanilla WoW.
Yeah.
kids these days get it too easy. Getting him out to 20,
Fucking for
getting
free,
your 100
basically.
speed at 60.
Getting free flight paths, not having to find them.
I know.
What? You don't have to find him anymore? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
What? Yeah.
That's
it's weird.
Painful. What?
This is
I wonder if
weird actually.
Cataclysm did that.
No, it's a thing where if you use your level boost like to 90, then it gives you all the flight paths, but otherwise you still have to go and find a bunch of them.
Well, you
I
use
don't
your
know.
level
I
what
think
now?
I just remember playing it, and I just remember just getting them.
Hold
You
on.
didn't know about the level 90 boost? When you buy Warlords of Draenor, they give you one character boost that boosts you to 90 and puts you into Draenor territory.
So you can
And it boosts your professions up to 500 too. It's
You're kidding me.
It's $60 if you want to buy one. You can buy a level 90
That
character
is the
now.
stupidest World of Warcraft.
You would think it
What
is.
are you
but
doing?
You know, it really
God
hasn't.
damn it.
Really hasn't affected the game in any visible way.
It's just to make people, be able to play the
new-
expansion.
Because it's like you
in-game
want to get back
content.
into WoW. You want to play the new expansion, so now you have to level through Outwind and Northrend and
I wouldn't want to.
Pandaria.
I feel like if
It's
I
like-
bought this
like just-
expansion, if I'm like, you know what, I'm feeling WoW again, I buy it, I get this level 90 character, and then I just give up because I'm like, well, this is bullshit. I didn't do anything with this
well,
character.
90 isn't the max.
or whatever.
It makes you. It just puts you into the beginning of the Warlords of Draenor.
But I just mean like I wouldn't. There'd be no connection there.
It's
so
weird.
make your own character.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
so
love
level
this
one
character.
up. So level one up then.
But knowing that other people just sorry, I'm going off topic.
Yeah, it's
a matter of principles.
It's cool. We've been talking about WoW for like 5 minutes. It's all good. Everybody, has an opinion on WoW. It's good. Good talking
Still
point.
number one MMO.
But I mean,
by far.
take it from a guy who plays like often. Like it really hasn't affected the game to me in any way. Like
It's just the integrity.
I guess so. But
you get up to hundreds max, right?
yeah. What the hell is integrity in WoW now? Anyways, you can buy the WoW tokens.
Exactly.
Basically, buy.
That's what
gold
I'm
from
saying.
Blizzard, so.
This is bullshit.
It's whatever, dude. It's just WoW. It's still a great game. I don't like do any of that shit. So I guess I don't really notice the
remain
effects.
grumbly.
Who's Mr.
Yeah, you don't
Grumpy
play.
today?
What do you have?
The grumpy man?
Yeah, who's the Mr. Grumpy now?
Well, plus,
I'm
I
Mr.
mean,
Grumpy
you don't
Man.
play the game either, so it's like that would
don't.
give you a much more updated perspective,
That's true.
If I just hear the music in, where's the area around Ironforge?
You know what's great? We started talking about WoW by talking about giving away stripteases and gold shower. If that's not a fucking A+ segue, then I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah. So good.
Good old WoW music.
So moving on from Assassin's Creed / whatever the hell we were talking about. I
Are
know
you
we
go-
had some other
okay,
stuff.
so
I do
are you
hope they
go-
have Jack
yeah,
the Ripper.
yeah, finish
That'd
it
be
up.
awesome. If
That
Jack
would
the
be
Ripper
cool.
was in there, that'd be kind of cool. That's it.
All right.
And no multiplayer, which is the only reason I bought Unity. There we go. All right.
Unity!
I'm done
and
with
so
the
that
syndicate.
you excited?
No.
You excited?
No, don't care.
You don't care either.
What's Assassin's Creed?
Exactly.
Okay, we're good.
All right. We're gonna say the same exact thing for this next game. Need for,
Sick,
the
let's
Need for
talk
Speed
about it.
reboot.
Actually, I'm kind of excited for it. The only thing
You
I
like-
saw about it is that they have fully customizable vehicles, and they're really trying to change this. They're trying to, with this reboot, they're trying to like redefine the series with like a completely new.
They're making
Like-
it underground.
Yeah, well, they're trying to make it like more. I don't know, just better, because the last ones just have been kind of so blah, and they release them. It's like, okay, well, that's
Kind of
just
a
fun, I
nondescript.
guess. Yeah, it's like I think they're really trying to make Need for Speed, especially since there's no subtitle to this one. It's like they're
Rebooting it.
it's like Tomb Raider. Yeah, it's like they're just trying to create a new feel for
Wipe
it.
away
You know,
the old.
yeah.
If it's like Hot Pursuit, I'll probably like it because that game used to be my jam. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys played that. Excellent.
Well,
Yeah.
you played Rivals, which is kind of like
Yeah, it was like cops versus robbers. It was weird. Like I thought it was gonna be like actual stages, like actual tracks, but it was like an open world racing game. If that makes any sense, like you'd be like a driver, and like all of a sudden you would get to a section where a cop would start chasing. It's like lose the cops. I'm like, oh okay.
And that's another player.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's an NPC.
Oh,
And then sometimes like you and somebody else are the cops, and you're supposed to like drive, like knock somebody off the road. So it was interesting for like a few hours, but then it's like I feel like I've been doing the same thing over and over and over. So
It sounds like a promising concept. Like it sounds cool being able to choose between like trying to evade the cops or trying to like catch people. That seems like that's like a thing you don't get to do much. Is like try to catch somebody else in a racing game and run them off the road.
like
or
the-
arrest
yeah,
them.
like I think like once you get too bored, like if you've been the thief or whatever, the outlaw, then it's kind of fun to like go on the flip side. But again, I feel like that really only has about 6 or 8 hours of like content, unless you really are
Needs to be
trying
more.
to squeeze everything you can out of it.
you know,
Got to
I'm-
develop that idea.
I'm worried, but the whole, because the whole idea of like there's someone who's chasing and there's someone who's being chased. There's a hunter and the hunted. There's kind of hide and seek kind of thing. Like it always sounds awesome, but then with Rivals and I think Evolve are the only titles that have come out recently that have even tried to implement that like heavily into their game, and neither of them were very successful. So I'm kind of wondering, like, as cool as these sound, are they just unsuccessful, or were those two games just not very good?
I think you just have a sour spot for Evolved.
No, it wasn't
Evolve.
it wasn't received very well. It was a fine game, but like no one plays it anymore, or it's
It's
rare.
true. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it
very
kinda,
low on the Steam charts.
It's not. I'm not talking my personal opinion on how I like the games. It's just they weren't received very well. They
It's
did
just
not, they
kind
were
of
not very
vanilla.
popular.
Like it didn't have like that X factor that made it like special and addictive.
I guess, yeah.
like-
It was like fun for like a match. I didn't play it ever, but from what I've heard, it's like you play it for like a match or two, and it's a cool idea, and you're like, okay, half the time it's like the monster runs away, and you're like just running around doing nothing for 10 minutes, and then you find him and you shoot each other for like 2 minutes, and then it's over. It's like, okay, well, that
Got
was
it.
fun, I guess.
Right. So yeah, any word on what exactly they're gonna do to make this one to set itself apart from the others?
It sounded like they're going to remake Underground. It's all night races, so everything it's in the city. You do races, and there's a story to it. That's all that's been released now.
Okay,
was that because they only had like a 30-second teaser trailer, or was that live action, or were those the graphics? Because I actually couldn't tell. They were.
I think
it's
it was
in engine.
Yeah, whatever that means.
They said that this is what the game's going to look like. And I'm like, it's not going to have that cinematic.
Sounds like an industry term to just make things sound cooler than they are. But I mean, it'll probably still look great. So
that's like a resume thing, like I put on my resume, for instance, proficient at reading. Like that means anything.
Yeah, right. It's just a bunch of words in order that make you sound good.
Yeah.
So we'll see that.
Proficient spelled with an SH instead of a C.
I forget if we talked about this last week, but I know it's not on the news. But did we talk about Grand Theft Auto sales last week?
No, I don't think we did.
Dude, do you know how many copies that game has sold now?
Is it? How many? You told me the number and I couldn't believe it.
52 million copies. Yep. That is fucking insane.
So, man, that company must be just rolling in dough, huh?
Nope.
No. So I dug a little bit and I found out why that number is. Okay, so to get what Jake's talking about, apparently like when Take-Two shared their earnings, they lost money somehow. And from what I understand, what they do is they defer money until after like the online shuts down or something like that. So when online shuts down, all that money on the books or whatever is then going to get shifted and counted. Which I don't understand it. Like finance is something I don't understand.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, so it gets shifted years. So like all the money that they should have gotten counted towards this fiscal year got moved ahead a couple years.
You think there'd be a way that they could project that to get a look at what it would be like if that wasn't the process in place?
Yeah, because like I was on NeoGAF when that news hit. I'm like, how do you sell 52 million copies of a thing and lose $200 million? That doesn't make any sense. So,
yeah, that's something is seriously wrong with that picture.
Yeah, but I think it's how they defer their money and stuff. But
too many strip club visits on the company credit card or something.
Yeah, exactly. Regardless,
research.
Regardless,
that's right.
Outside of packing games, this is like maybe the best-selling game of all time, which is crazy. I feel like the only game that has beaten it is Minecraft.
Right.
Well,
right.
so no, the best-selling game of all time actually is Tetris. In all its forms. It's Tetris in all its forms.
Well, so then you could say like every Final Fantasy game in the series, technically, if you're counting more than one exact game.
Because it's not, it's not a series. Tetris isn't a series. There's only one Tetris. There's never been a Tetris 2.
Right. But there's so many iterations of Tetris.
But they're not counting things like Tetris Armageddon. They're not counting...
I have to interject with one thing. I'm sorry. Who gives a fuck about Tetris, though?
I'm just saying, but apparently it is the best-selling game of all time.
No, I acknowledge that. I do.
And then we got Wii Sports in second.
That's a packing game, though.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, you're right.
Same, like non-packing games. So
and
like
then Minecraft, yeah.
Yeah, like the original Super Mario Brothers I wouldn't count, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So that's insane.
I don't know where
and they lost
GTA
money.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Stands up.
But again,
there's something we don't know, obviously.
Yeah, like I said, I believe it's because they deferred their money. And I think a big part of it, too, is they have a couple really big games in development that they haven't been announced yet. And so that's just dead money because you're not releasing
making
a game
off of it.
Yeah.
Red Dead Revolution.
Maybe. Could be Red Dead.
Huh.
They have Gearbox's next game is called Battleborn or something. I don't know anything about it, but that's coming out next year.
Yeah. Love Gearbox. Oh, I was about to say I love Gearbox, but I don't want to play a MOBA.
Well, maybe Gearbox is it's a first-person MOBA?
Yeah.
Oh, first-person MOBA. That I haven't heard of.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like sort of like an action MOBA. I don't really.
That actually sounds kind of promising. I mean, maybe
okay.
not.
The only good game Gearbox has made is Borderlands
2.
And those Half-Life 1 expansions. What was it like?
Well, only one was good.
I know, but it was still sick. What was it?
Blue Shift,
Opposing Force,
and Blue Shift.
Blue those were sick.
What else has Gearbox made?
Aliens, Colonial Marines. They paid somebody to make it. They paid somebody to make it. They didn't actually.
Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh man, those are two quality games right there. That's incredible.
All Gearbox is known
Dude,
for.
I made a copy of Duke Nukem Forever in the toilet after I woke up this morning.
You know what's ironic about that statement is the game starts pretty much with Duke Nukem like playing with his own shit in the toilet.
What?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
I didn't start from the beginning when I played it, but that's That's
you can like literally go in the toilet and like pick up your own shit. It's gross.
kind of like South Park Stick of Truth.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom, fire out a shit log, and use it in battle.
So they worked on Samba de Amigo, the Brothers in Arms series,
Oh, a timeless classic, to be sure.
Counter-Strike Condition Zero,
Okay, I'm listening.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. These are just people, they're helping.
Right.
So the only games they really made was Borderlands.
Well, there's nothing else on the
solid
list there.
They did like ports of games or like
They
expansions.
I think they did the PC port for Halo.
Yeah.
Borderlands 1 and 2, or just Borderlands 1?
and 2.
Okay, so Gearbox, pretty much all of their games are pretty good
They did.
because all of their games are 2 games. Is that what I'm getting from this? Is that
sure.
they actually don't have that bad of a reputation?
Yeah.
I mean, I have when you brought them up, I had no negative. Thoughts about.
I know,
them.
but they always work on these weird games that always sell like or there's always shit.
Maybe they get contracted. I'm sure it's. Something
Yeah, I
like
mean that happens a lot. Like where companies just need to like keep money, coming in. Like one good example is Platinum. You know they did Metal Gear Rising and Bayonetta, and then they like
Didn't they do?
they farted out the Korra game.
Oh man, that was so. Korra actually had some good stuff.
It did. Like it was promising.
It was decently fun. The combat was good. It just the story and
It got really repetitive.
Yeah.
I mean, the move animation was super cool. Like when she's doing all the like elemental moves
Oh,
and stuff,
totally.
it was awesome. But there was literally 3 enemies in the whole game. Like there was no variety. I think my favorite.
No, but wasn't that game really just out though? Because it was
no,
like
they worked decently.
because it
on
was like, oh, we're making a Korra game. Oh, it's gonna be out in 2 months.
Yeah, the time from announcement to release was kind of short, but like I will say I had fun, but it wasn't a full $60 release. It was a $15 digital title.
and I think it was totally worth $15.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I beat the game twice. The pro bending mode was actually kind of fun. I actually had a lot of fun with it.
I was so excited because I think Pro Bending could be an amazing, good game. Like it would be
Yeah.
fantastic. I don't think they executed it well enough, though. I think it was a mini
could
game,
definitely
and they
be better.
treated it like a mini game. But if you actually made like a sports quality game of Pro Bending, that would be so goddamn sick.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my
they
God,
need
it'd
to
be
make
cool.
the NBA Jam of Pro Bending.
Yeah,
He killed him. He's on fire.
Well, I'm
terrible shot.
literally.
He's on fire.
He's bending fire.
He dunked it into the water below the arena.
It would be fun.
Yeah.
A little mini game that's like NBA Jam.
No, that'd be
With
pretty
Pro
awesome, actually.
It would be cool to see what they could do with a bigger budget. You know, if it was like a $60 like full fledged core game. Because I love that series. It's great. And
Like
yeah,
I would want to see Pro Bending esports.
that'd be awesome. I would be all over that. That would be an esport I would get into.
Oh, totally, right?
'Cause
Yeah,
it's like
it'd
an
be
action game, which I'm like
new
good
age
at.
slam ball.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That'd be cool. Make it happen, Platinum and Activision.
And Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon, yeah. All right, let's go to our main topic of this
Of
week.
the,
Of the
Jesus.
month, I
Of
should
the
say.
month?
I'm having a seizure right now.
Literally. We
Of
gotta
what?
hold them down. We gotta hold them.
Okay.
Nick,
All right.
calm down.
You're
Take a
being
breath.
insensitive to people with epilepsy.
Take a breath.
Nicholas.
Sorry.
Take a breath.
What have we been playing this month?
Well, now we've had some time to think about it since we moved it away from being weekly. So
I don't know, nothing
this is
much.
Good.
Nothing at all. I've been playing
nothing.
some like Candy Crush.
I've been doing some Minesweeper, a little bit of
Sleeping.
pinball.
Yeah, Space Quest pinball.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
dude, thank
point
you
at-
for recognizing.
Jake, you go first.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta think a little bit.
right.
First thing
Connor,
on my
you're
head.
up now.
Oh, I,
No, let him go. Let him go. He's
no.
ready.
First thing on my head. Destiny. I've been playing that a lot. House of Wolves, fantastic. It's the Prison of Elders is a lot of fun. It's incredibly difficult though, and so
Good.
Huh?
Said good.
Yes. When I stopped playing a few months ago, I stopped at 28, I believe was my level. And so after maybe 2.5 some weeks of playing, I'm up to 32 now. So that's at least good. I'm getting close to the max level.
What's max level now?
34. So they just raised it by 2, or they have for each expansion. So, but yeah, so that's a lot of fun.
How
I'm
did
really
you
looking forward
level
to.
so fast.
I don't know. I just did the things that got my armor up.
Just by being the daddy,
I mean,
that's
just
all.
because it's just look at like, okay, how do I raise my light level? What do I need to do that? Okay, how do I get that? All right, let's
Grind
do
it out.
Yeah.
How long did it take?
I mean, like 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that, to get those 4 levels. I mean, it wasn't that difficult. It's just, actually, if you focus what you're doing on that, then you can do it pretty quick.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, and also the House of Wolves items really helped as well. Because if I was trying to get to 32 with only the Dark Below items, it'd take a little bit longer. But House of Wolves obviously is giving you more light for everything. So,
badass.
Anyway, that's that. Right, I got The Witcher 3. That's a lot of fun. I didn't play too much of it because of House of Wolves, so hopefully someone else can talk about it.
What console?
PS4? PS4, yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't work at GameStop anymore.
I know, but I was just curious.
He said derisively.
So let's see, what else? I don't know, come back to me.
All right, Connor.
Well, of course, Nick, you're very familiar with what I've been playing for the past few weeks, which has been just a teeth-grinding experience in the best way I could ever say that. I've been playing Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, the remaster on Vita. The Vita that I got courtesy of Nicholas, who deserves to be credited again. It was the first thing I bought on my Vita, $30 for MGS2 and 3. And the HD remaster is freaking amazing. It's way more beneficial to the game than I could have imagined. Like, it makes, because in that game, like, it's so realistic that, like, you don't get like a nifty crosshair or like, some sweet zoom in with your guns. You just have to look down the iron sights. So like to really just sharpen up the visuals and make everything easier to see, it just makes the game so much easier and so much better. It looks fantastic. But I should note that I'm playing it on European Extreme mode, which means that if any
Is that the actual name for the mode? Because I thought you were just kind of making some snazzy thing up last time.
It's really called.
No, I'm playing on friggin' European Extreme mode.
Playing on Martian Hyper Challenge mode.
Yeah, exactly.
no, it's actually the name of it, because there's Extreme mode, which is just where the game is really, really hard, and they think they added it in Subsistence, the European Extreme mode, because I assume that name means that like feature was released on the regular Metal Gear Solid 3 in Europe.
Oh, okay.
But it's where if any guard sees you're dead. Basically, it ends the game. So you have to go through the entire game without ever being seen by a guard. And not to mention that, but the game difficulty is still on extreme. So all the boss fights are freaking insane. I spent like 3 hours fighting the Fury last night. Stayed up to like 4 a.m. Finally got that bastard. Great music, by the way.
Fury.
But yeah, I know I'm the big Metal Gear Solid dude here, so I'm putting all you guys to sleep. You're all fiddle farting around on your devices, but
I just don't know anything about Metal Gear.
well, just take it from me that the European Extreme mode, where you can't ever be spotted by the enemy, is insanely awesome. It like turns the game into a puzzle game where you're not just. It's not like an action game where you have to like plan out every move. And
are there like things you can throw to distract them, or is it literally like, just move when they're not looking at you?
No, there's tons of ways to distract them. You can throw a grenade on the other side of the map, attract them all to that spot, and move around on the other side. Or you actually find these things. They're listed as quote unquote books, but when you inspect them in the viewer, it's like a porno mag. And you go and leave it on the ground, and if one of the enemy soldiers finds it, he picks it up, starts reading it, and he's like distracted for a good amount of time. It's
nice.
So I've been leaving plenty of porno mags around for them to find.
It seems like a running theme in the series, because in the new MGS5, there's like a part when Snake is walking around in the cardboard box, but on the front's like some chick in a bikini, and the guy like doesn't even know better.
Right,
and then he like comes out and just like punches him. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's one of those recurring Metal Gear themes, kind of like the box, or like the posters with like hot Japanese babes on them. Because in MGS2, there was an achievement or some kind of item you could unlock by using your camera to take a picture of every scantily clad babe poster in the game. It's like it's Snake's a pervert achievement or whatever. Wow. But yeah, MGS3 European Extreme has been eating my life, and I couldn't enjoy it anymore.
You've heard his reactions to that game.
Yeah, he was pretty mad. Like, we were hanging out like last week, and like I believe Connor was playing it, and like he died. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna go home now." He just like got packed up and left.
Well, it's like right when you hear the little, those like when a soldier spots you. Yeah. Like if you hear that and I'm playing, like just know that I'm pissed. Yeah. Like so many times, it's just been a silent room. Nick's doing his thing, and I'm playing some Vita, and then you just hear bleh, instantly followed by fuck, God damn it. Say something hurtful to Nick just to make myself feel better. But no, like it's the most it's the best pain I've ever felt in my life.
Anything else then, or just all your Vita stuff?
I think that's pretty much it. I just bought. I'll mention a couple things I'm gonna play just real briefly. I just bought Jade Cocoon for PS1.
Oh, nice.
Classic old RPG. I'm pretty sure Taylor owns it.
Did you bought like the hard disk version, or is there a PS1 classic version?
No, the hard copy.
Oh, okay, cool.
I got it for $15. I don't think
That's
this
a
dude
pretty
knew
good
what it was
deal.
worth. But yeah, it's kind of like Pokemon kind of spin-off almost, except you can combine your Pokemon into new ones, which is badass. But gonna play Jade Cocoon, gonna play Sly Cooper Collection, which I bought for Vita,
Nice.
and gonna keep leveling my Discipline Priest, and that's about it.
Nice.
Sweet.
All right, Taylor, let's go to you.
I'm ready whenever. By the way.
I'll go to you next.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just wanted
so
to let you know.
I've been playing a lot more Rogue Legacy. I'll just say all I'm trying to do is get the Platinum Trophy. I feel like I'm on a good path. I've got 2 bosses down and like only 8 deaths.
What is the
the trophy?
criteria for the trophy?
Okay, so in Rogue Legacy, like you're constantly dying and starting over. So the final trophy is beat the game dying only 15 times or less, which is really, really hard. But I found this exploit where certain rooms respawn the items. So what you do is you quit the main menu, restart, go to that room, break all the stuff, get all the items, go to main menu, and hey, you know what? It's in the confines of the game.
So wait, real quick, actually, before I look down on this, did you say you're getting the trophy or earning the trophy? Just wanted to make sure.
Well, here's
Shots
the thing.
fired.
I've tried it the legit way about 10 times and like, F it, I'm just going to get it.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah.
Just wants to see that pop up on the screen.
Congrats
Exactly.
on having that trophy.
Yes, exactly. I beat the
Damn.
game like 10 times, so I'm like, F it. I feel like I've earned it at this point.
Props to Jake,
Yeah,
though, for
you-
the reality check.
All right.
Jake?
Sometimes that's how
trophy now.
trophies are. You know what? If a game's going to be a son of a bitch, you got to be a son of a bitch back.
You know what? That's a good
Okay,
retort.
that's good.
I respect that, too.
Actually, the game I've been playing the most is Mario Kart 8. I bought it for Wii U.
Nice.
And been getting the 3 stars and all the tracks bought. Before I even started the game, I bought the DLC because I've played it and it's awesome. So man, those new tracks are so cool.
Oh,
Animal
yeah.
Crossing, Big Blue.
Animal Crossing, actually, that map alone is really hard to race on for some weird reason. It seems like it's the easiest one, but that's the one I always mess up on.
There's that one turn with the trees, and there's like always fruit
Yeah,
in the way.
yeah.
That's where I always end up getting messed up because I half the time I'm like in the grass or whatever. But
You get Mario
Killing
Kart.
your max speed.
yeah,
Or
like you're doing a drift and then you just slow to a halt. But slowly figuring out what to do. That game is so much fun. 200cc is crazy. Haven't won a whole lot of races with that, but it's fun to try. Yeah, really, really having a fun time with that. And what's been great is Matt, my roommate, he'll be like playing Last of Us, and you can just play on the gamepad, which is cool. I never really thought to do that, but that's sort of one of its cool functions. Is like you don't have to have it on the TV; you can just play off the gamepad.
It's pretty badass.
Obviously, it doesn't look as good because it's not 1080p TV or whatever. But
course.
It still looks good.
oh yeah, no, it looks great. Yeah,
Yeah.
it runs at 60 frames a second, I think too.
And the speakers are actually pretty nice on the gamepad too, so like the sound's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been pretty impressed with it.
Yeah, it's been cool. And then Sony had that flash sale, so I grabbed Freedom Wars on Vita for $5 just to see what it was all about. And my God, that game's frustrating. Not because it's hard, but there's like it gives you like a bunch of really cool missions in a row, and then the game just like halts. Like it makes you run back and forth across this giant prison. It's like we were having fun. Why did you make this game not fun? It was
just
weird.
wanted to sucker you in.
Yeah,
So-
it was really frustrating. I'm like, fuck this game. Like, I was having a great time, and then for like an hour, I'm just like running back and forth and back and forth. I'm like, come on. So I don't know if I'll ever get back into that, but for $5, I feel like I got my money's worth already.
well, at least you got the fun first part of the game
yeah, I guess.
before it went screeching into oblivion.
Yeah. So, all I foresee myself playing is more Mario Kart, trying to get all the 3 stars, and then Witcher's out, and I got a PC code for that, courtesy of Nicholas. So I'll
Atta babe.
be trying that out to see if my PC can handle it or if it melts under the pressure.
It won't
Just
melt.
goes nuclear.
If my computer could run it while watching some like YouTube, you could run it.
Okay, cool. Well, then I'll be giving that a go. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Cool.
Random question, just on the computers having difficulty running things subject while we're in between people.
Yes.
Has anyone ever tried, or has any of you guys tried to play Heroes of the Storm on your PCs?
I have.
Because did it run like shit on your PC? Because I have a great gaming PC. It runs everything wonderfully, and that game runs like shit at the lowest graphical settings.
No, I've always had it like perfectly silky smooth.
Damn, I wonder what's going on with that. I'll talk to you about that later. Anyways,
right.
I was just curious if anyone else had that experience.
And now it's my turn. No, I'm just joking. Jake, you can go now.
Oh, okay, thank you. I, you know what? Actually, I remember now why I did not remember what I was playing, and it's because this month it's been pretty much just all like little tiny games, like nothing humongous.
Exactly.
It's just been a slow month, guys. So aside from Destiny and The Witcher, right, which I've been trying to balance my time between, Helldivers, turning up the heat. Yeah, I got Nick into it, so that's been awesome.
Sweet.
There's, with all the new expansions and whatnot, there's like, new stratagems, there's like a new mech, there's new weapons, there's new worlds, new enemies, just cool stuff.
We all got to play that at one time.
Honestly, we really should, guys. It is so much fun, that game.
I'm down for it.
But it is so infuriating.
Yeah, it is.
It is so infuriating. It's
Jake,
so amazingly difficult.
So we were streaming the other night playing the game, and Jake was like at the verge of his quitting.
I was
like, I'm
so
done.
well
I'm
because
done.
there was this one planet we lost. We died like 4 times on, and each time we got closer. But I think we died like 5-6 times.
Yeah,
or
the
something.
one that got you was we got to the shuttle. The shuttle
So,
was coming.
real quick, guys. What has to happen in these matches is you're put down onto the planet, and then you have a certain amount of objectives you have to complete. And once you complete all of those, pass or fail, once they're done, then you can go to the extraction site and then call in for the shuttle, and then you have to defend there while the shuttle.
So the
drops
shuttle is
down.
like the last phase.
Yeah, and then you hop in the shuttle, and then you leave. Right. So go on, Nick.
So we called the shuttle. We did everything. I think we were doing just fine, right?
The level's pretty much complete,
Yeah, we were
and we
about
were
to win.
fine.
And then a big guy came out of nowhere, and we're like, "Oh, okay, jump down to dodge it." And we just died instantly because he like landed on us or something like that. But we both died at the end, and Jake's like, "I'm done."
I was
can't
so
play this
upset because
anymore.
we just spent like 25 minutes or so doing this freaking just trudging through this thing. Like, okay, we did that one. Next objective. Let's go, civilians. It's time for an escort mission. Come on, guys.
That
like,
is just soul crippling.
oh god.
That reminds me of a pain that I felt last night. A very sharp pain where when you're playing an older RPG where it's just save points, there's no auto saves or any like save prompts. It's like if you forget to save, like good luck, buddy. And Casey and I were playing Final Fantasy 12 yesterday, and we're just playing, having a good time. Not having a care in the world, and all of a sudden this crazy boss fight comes out of nowhere because we never played the game before. We don't know it's coming. Instantly destroys us, and we're back. We're set back literally like 3 hours of game time.
That's
And we just looked at each other, turned it off, took the game out, put it in the case, and just threw it.
That's when you just like turn off the game. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna play something.
And you like don't play the game again for like a month.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? It sounds like that kind of level of just.
Well, and that's the
soul
thing is
pain.
that that's just like that's what Helldivers is. It feels so awesome when you actually complete the level. You're like, yeah. Like,
See, that's the flip side.
and there's
yeah.
12 difficulty levels. 1 through 4, they're a breeze.
Yeah, we were
5
playing on 5.
No, that was 6.
No, we were playing on 5.
Really?
Yeah, we were getting destroyed on 5, and I had no idea why.
And that's the thing. I'm like supposed to be this Helldivers veteran.
5
Nick's
is in difficulty.
Nick's the
Yeah.
new guy. Yeah, there's 1 through 12.
Oh Jesus!
And so and I'm supposed to be this veteran here. I'm like, I've done level 8s, a couple level 10s, yeah. And I go into this level 5. I'm like, come on, newbie, let's go, dude. Oh god,
Just get
like,
fucking smoked right away.
so well, and it doesn't help that so there's 3 different races of aliens that you get to fight against in that game, and the bugs have a lot of armor. They're kind of Zerg-ish. It's just they're alien bugs, right? And
Starship Troopers.
Yeah. And so there's the new enemy for them is this massive thing that pops up out of the ground and sticks like its tentacles in the ground, which then pop up near you and just like spin in a circle and hit everything near them.
That's a new one.
That's the new one. So I'm not used to this at all. So like that's why it was killing me so much because I'm like I'm not prepared to fight that thing.
Just when you get used to it, it throws something new at you.
And it's actually cool. The new enemies. There's one new enemy for each faction, and for the cyborgs, they have these little like robot dogs that travel in packs, and they're the only enemy so far in the game that can run faster than you when you're sprinting.
You can't outrun them.
No, so like they'll just literally hunt you down and they'll knock you over a little bit, and they don't do that much damage, but they'll knock you over, and then
the other guys catch up to you.
The other guys catch up to you, and
God.
even then, if a pack of them knocks you over, they'll just whittle you down because you're too busy trying to get back up to even fight them. So it's like
That sounds like a nightmare.
But they're really crappy little dogs. So like if you see them coming, you shoot them, they're just dead instantly. But occasionally they will be your worst nightmare because you're like, no, get off, no, like.
And then it makes it even more frustrating because there's these stupid little bastards you can kill so easily.
So.
God, Helldivers sounds insane.
Yeah, it's insane. When you're playing with 4 people, it's even more insane because I think there's more enemies and there's friendly fire going on.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful with that, and then you have to take care of all the enemies.
And that's one of the cool things I like about it. Let's say you're in the middle of it, that you're just surrounded by these guys who have dropped in all around you, or the bugs. They've burrowed up and they're all around you now, right? And your ally has a mech, and he has got his like machine gun primed and ready to mow down these guys, but you're in the thick of it. So you literally have to like dive and take cover so that he can fire and just mow people down like right above your head. Like it's, and if you don't do it, you're part of you're a statistic, you know. It's
friendly.
It's awesome.
Friendly fireman. I know when I play that game, I know who I'm going to be accidentally shooting at.
Jake.
Hint: every single one of you fucking guys.
I just remember one time we were playing with two.
One
time we were playing with 2 pugs because we had to beat this level, and we're like, we need to.
Could you hear them wheezing into their microphones?
No. I wonder if
Hey,
they weren't actual pugs; they were people.
Oh shit! Oh, wow. I was way off.
So one of the pugs had a mech. And I see Jake trying to heal me because I'm still like we're playing like on a higher level, like right at 8 now.
I think that was 8, yeah.
And I'm still like really low level, so I keep getting killed in like one hit. And Jake's healing me, and then I see Jake explode, and I'm like, "What just happened?" And I see
That's comforting.
It was. He didn't see anything else. He just sees me, just like, I got you, buddy. Like just
Nick's just thinking like, wow, things are probably about to go badly, huh?
So we both, I get killed, and he dies, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? And our teammate just in a mech just shooting everything. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Because it's easy to panic in that game too.
He gets destroyed.
Spray and pray, baby.
Yep.
I just thought that was funny because you just see Jake just go. I'm like, oh, okay.
I would have loved to see that.
So yeah, Helldivers is definitely something we're gonna play once we start getting videos up. We're gonna play that together. It's gonna be fantastic.
Sounds very fun.
So besides that, just a much smaller topic: Towerfall Ascension Dark World. That expansion came out. It's pretty awesome. More enemies. There's a new mode in which you can go through 4-player co-op. There's more bosses. Nick and I did that. It's fun.
Towerfall is that game I hate, right, guys?
Yeah, yeah.
But Jake is going to take me under his wing and show me the ropes, right?
Once we play, man, I got you, buddy.
That'll have to happen soon.
Play some co-op.
And there's actually there's teams now, so we can do like team matches 2-on-2 and all that, which would be fun.
Bring it.
And then the only other one, like I played some Ziggurat, which is fun. It's just a nice little downloadable thing. Yeah, it's a roguelike kind of game. It's single player only. You just kind of, get through the floors. It's fun. It's just generic, but it's fun.
Is that on?
That's on PS4 and I think PC. I believe.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of these download like these indie games are both on PS4 and PC.
That's cool.
Sometimes Vita, like Helldivers.
Party.
And the only other one that I've been playing, which actually it's going to sound weird, but it's a mobile game. It's just called Alto's Adventure. It was on. So it's been like hugely well reviewed and all that for a few months now. But now it's gone on sale for only $1. So I was like, all right, I'll pick it up. Yeah, so I picked it up, and it's just fun. Like it's kind of stereotypical mobile game where it's just very simple. It's like one touch, and that's it.
A button to make a cookie.
Well, so the whole thing is that it's a skiing little game, and you're going down the mountain, and you just tap the screen to jump, hold the screen to do a flip, and that's it, right? And it seems like super basic and really just not fun, but like it's something about it. It's so relaxing, and the music is so well done, and the challenges for it, like they're fair. It's fun to play. It's meditative. It's just like. It's a beautiful game. They just did such a good job, and they deserve every 5-star review they've gotten, which is a lot.
It sounds very zen.
It is, and it's just fun. Like it's enough where honestly, I just can't stop playing it. And It's good. It's good. So
It shows it's not
honorable
really
mention.
it's not really about the concept, it's about the execution. I guess
Yes,
that kind of proves
absolutely.
it.
Because the concept just sounds like an old Flash game from the 90s, but like the
Right.
execution of it, it's just so well done.
I mean, a lot of those Flash games from the 90s are perfect.
They were pretty amazing.
They were pretty amazing, and then most of them were perfect on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
what you're saying is we got to bring back Drug Wars.
Yes. And then spam it on Facebook like everyone else.
Yeah.
All right, so now it's my turn.
Sorry, guys. I took a while.
It's fine. I'm just like Jake. I have not played anything very like seriously, except for
You're
I've been
nothing
playing
like
Chrono
me.
Cross.
Ah.
I've been playing a lot of Chrono Cross.
Nick, real quick,
What?
got to say one thing.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, boy.
Thank you. So I got to this part where you have to put the tiers that you have on like these pedestals.
Tier of love and the tier of hate.
Yes.
Oh, so you got the Chrono Cross.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't.
If you don't know, then you ain't
I'm
got
supposed.
it.
I was reading the guide and it said you got to put it on the thing and it wouldn't work. I'm like, what am
That
I
means there's something you got to do first.
I know. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm reading everything. I'm like, I did all this. What am I supposed to do? And I stopped playing for a little bit.
I could help you with that.
All right, thank you. But after that, I just started playing a big assortment of random games. Helldivers. I've been playing Brutal Doom, which is just like
Sick name.
yeah, it's Doom. It's a Doom mod that makes like Doom way more gorier, way more intense, like 5 more difficulty levels.
Wow.
The original Doom?
The original Doom,
Oh, wow.
but Doom and Doom 2.
Gotcha.
It's awesome. I want you to play it. I
All
think
right.
you would enjoy it, and that's really fun. I've been streaming that. Thanks for everyone who's listening, who's actually watched me. Yes, thank you. I played Doom 64. Have you ever played Doom on the N64 before?
Yes, sir.
I was playing that. It's creepy as hell. Like the atmosphere in that game is way creepy. Like in Doom 1 and 2, it's all heavy metal kind of music.
Right, it's kind of supposed to be cheesy.
Yeah, and then Doom 64 is all like dark and has like very eerie Silent Hill music going on and the sound effects and babies crying in the background.
Yeah.
It was like, ugh.
So did that like bridge the gap from like the cartoony wackiness of the old Dooms to like the super badass scariness of Doom 3?
Yeah, I guess because all the sprites are redone and they're all done scarily, like intense.
Scarily.
Yes, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I'm just disappointed.
I'm sorry, I don't have your vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
Use your use that thesaurus I gave you.
Yeah, I'm talking.
Thesaurus.
This is.
Why don't you use a thesaurus, Nicholas?
Other than that, I've been playing. Oh, I actually got The Witcher 3.
How have you been liking that?
I've been enjoying that every time I.
Do you love Gwent? I love Gwent.
No, I don't really care for Gwent.
Oh, Gwent is amazing.
I played it and I was like, okay, whatever. I want to play the actual game.
Gwent is a card game, by the way,
I-
guys. It's
yeah.
the card mini game within The Witcher.
Love in-game card games, by
Yes,
the way.
I just-
FF8, 9. There's other examples I can't think of, but
Yeah.
always great.
Gwent's great.
Gwent. In
Gwent.
Xenogears, you can play speed in the game.
Oh, nice.
I remember, but anyways.
So I played that. Every time I turn this game on, I lose about 3 hours, so I get scared to turn it on. So
Damn.
yeah.
Oh, wait,
so-
you lose about 3 hours of your life or save progress? There's two very good or very bad things.
3 hours of my life.
Oh, okay. It was an honest question. Like, I didn't know if it's like every time I play, I like lose 3 hours of progress.
I've got one game over, and it was because I accidentally fell off a cliff.
Whoops.
And
Well,
it
good
killed
to know. I won't do that now.
Yeah, it was barely any height. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
fell,
No,
and I
the
just
fall
died.
damage. The
I
fall
could-
damage is nuts in
I
that
could
game.
be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing that you won't want to do.
It was on accident.
Yep.
No, but no,
Just
I will
whatever.
admit, the fall damage is really crazy. Like, you can fall 6 feet and lose like a quarter of your health.
It's like, dude, don't you know how to like brace
It's
yourself? or
really
something?
weird. Like, I'm
Yeah,
I think
I just like, I'm
I'm
like,
pretty
okay,
sure
I'm dead now.
that he has both of his legs broken just throughout the entire game, and like every step is just like torture for him, and he just can't take like landings.
That's what it feels like.
Whereas in Metal Gear Solid 3, where it's supposed to be realistic, I can just do like a tumble roll off like a 3-story building, land on my feet, and immediately go prone, all in the same fluid motion.
Exactly. But that happened to me, right? And I didn't save. And Connor, it's just like one of those games where it doesn't save.
Or it
Yeah,
doesn't,
there's
it doesn't
there's
prompt
no
you.
auto
There's no
saving.
autosave.
You
Well,
can
well-
save anywhere from the menu
For sure.
Yeah.
But that's
no
almost
autosave.
more dangerous because then there's not like points where you're like, oh, I should save
Yeah.
now. Because a lot of times
all
games
on
won't
you.
have autosave, but they'll be like, would you like to save now? Like after a big story part, after a boss, and like when games don't have any of that, it's just like you're on your own.
You forget
binge.
about it, right? You
Yeah,
forget
exactly.
to save or not. Yeah,
Especially when you're on a big binge. Like Metal Gear Solid 3, same thing. You have to go to your codec and punch in the number to save.
Well, and I can't remember the last game I've played, like the last big RPG, something like that I've played that doesn't save automatically. Like auto saving has just been the norm.
The norm, yeah.
So it's really weird. Like I keep forgetting.
So I was playing, and this is from today. I was playing for like a couple hours before work, and was on my mission to kill the Griffin. Killed the Griffin, started exploring the area and finding all
There's
these
griffins in the game? Come on, man. Spoilers.
Shut up! It's in the trailer.
Shit
And
disturber.
it's the first thing you see.
Nick,
I hate you.
Nick, it's
Dude,
okay.
haven't you ever been trolled on the internet
No,
before, dude?
I haven't.
You just
I take everything very
Did
seriously.
you just fall off the turnip truck, dude?
the turnip truck.
Come on, dude.
But yeah, so I explored all these areas, found some cool new like blacksmith recipes and everything like that, and then I fall off the cliff. I die, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" I just lost my last 2 hours, and then I
sucks.
realized it does autosave.
Oh, whoa, wait, what?
Yes,
What? So you just let us tangent about that earlier,
Yep.
just for this dramatic moment?
yes,
I like it.
Yeah, well, there's two. From what I've seen in streams, there's two different versions. There's like a crazy list of autosaves, and then there's slots.
Yeah,
for
so
hard saves.
I think it
They're kind of like Bethesda games.
so it autosaves after quests, after you complete quests.
Okay, cool. Well, that's
So
good.
I figured that out, and I was like, "Phew, I'm only lost about 5 minutes."
That's pretty big, Dick.
Yes. So I was that
Hashtag big dick.
yes.
What one per podcast?
And I remember actually a couple days ago I was hanging out with Connor, and Connor bought a bunch of old style PC port or console ports of PC games, and we started playing them, and it was pretty much the most fun.
Quake 3 on PS2.
Yeah, the most.
It's a steaming piece of shit. but
It's like
so fun.
It's so bad, but it's so fun.
Like the shittiness of the game provides 100% of the entertainment.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like Prey?
I'm not familiar
I
with
have
that
not
one.
played Prey because it's an Xbox 360 game and we had PlayStation 3.
That's the same kind of thing from then. It was just
the
it was
PC
so,
port was amazing, and the console port was garbage.
just it was just garbage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
It was
It's
just bad.
unadulterated. Just yeah.
Filth.
No, it's because we all played these PC games. We played it before, so we know what the games are like.
What it's supposed to be like.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, we know what it's supposed to be like, and we play it, and we're like, "This is nothing like this." But man, this is awesome.
Yeah, when you play the console ports, like of MechWarrior 2, we did also got the MechWarrior 2 PS1 port, and Nick was playing that one, not me. But God, that game, it just handles like it's like I'm trying to think of a good metaphor, and just, God, I'm failing
Okay,
myself.
The
but
thing,
it's terrible.
Yeah, the funniest thing is like we're playing, and I'm like, man, these controls, I can't do like half the shit in MechWarrior 2, and then I realized that the default controls don't have all the controls at all. You have to actually change them to get like
all the
Yeah,
controls.
you had to
That's
change the
bizarre.
controller configuration
That's
to be able to twist.
Yeah,
hilarious.
to be,
his torso.
be able to target your mechs, be able to torso twist and everything. And I was like, okay, now that I could do this, I'm going to start destroying things. And I started playing the game, and I was like, okay,
That's
this makes it a
funny.
lot easier.
The default settings give you like 80% of the controls.
No,
I've never heard
it
of
gives you,
anything like that in
40%.
my life.
That's
What a
just
incredible.
weird
isn't
thing.
that actually like mind melting?
Yeah, it's
Okay, so real quick, I'm trying to understand this. Were the other controls you added, were they like you could play the game without them though, right?
yeah, okay.
And you
so
could do everything
technically-
successfully.
You could
Technically,
go-
you can, but you had the way to shoot the mechs. You had to run in front of them, shoot them facing them. You can't, and you're just getting blown to bits. I'm very excited. Right? Blown to bits, and sorry.
Yes,
Jake,
so
come
controls.
on, Jake.
Go for it. Go.
He didn't
So-
even do anything distracting.
Yeah. Because and then the controls make it so you could torso twist and spin around the mechs.
Oh,
and
okay.
Move around. And
Yeah.
Actual shoot while
Like
not
strafe,
Yeah,
essentially.
strafing and everything like that.
Cool.
So it makes it so you don't get destroyed, and that made the game way easier. When I was a kid, I loved MechWarrior 2. Connor knows, Taylor knows.
Wait, the old Genesis one or the PC one?
PC one.
Oh,
I loved it too,
yeah,
man.
we
I had
all,
the same thing.
we grew up with this.
Mercenaries, man.
I
that was our
destroyed
game.
MechWarrior 2, and I played this PS1 port, and
You got destroyed.
I got destroyed, And
Remember the first mission you started? Just the mission starts like the screen like the screen's black and boom, you're in the mission and it's already going and there's 3 mechs in front of you just blasting the shit out of you immediately.
I'm in like a 60-ton mech and there's a Warhawk which is an 80-ton mech and then
which just means bad things for anyone who doesn't know Mech Warrior.
I'm just getting destroyed and I'm like, okay, whatever. And I didn't know any of the controls. But the port was awful. But fun at the same time, which I love that.
That seems to be the theme with the shitty games we've been subjecting ourselves to lately.
So, I've planned Couch Potatoes, or one of our video series, is going to be console ports of PC games.
That suck horribly?
No, just in general.
Well, they've got local multiplayer, right?
No, even the ones without local multiplayer.
It's no fun.
But we'll, focus
it's
on
like,
the
it's
good
like
ones.
play instant action, try it, and it's like play it, and it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have Unreal Tournament, he has Quake, he has MechWarrior, I have Warcraft 2.
Oh,
Dude, I
God,
can't
that's
imagine
so bad.
any
I know.
kind of like real-time strategy game without a mouse and keyboard. Like
Halo Wars.
It's unfathomable.
Halo Wars.
This is on, okay,
Command and Conquer.
yeah.
There you go.
Red Alert. And that's not good though. I mean, like I
Yeah,
remember
that's true.
it was fun.
You're right.
Halo
You're
Wars
right.
is
It
good.
was definitely
I
fun.
have that too. I
it
have
was
Command and
classic,
Conquer.
but goddamn, like I can't imagine trying to do that now.
I remember renting Warcraft 2 for PS1 and like God, the only reason I didn't kill myself is because I didn't know how. I was like 8 years old.
In real life or in the game?
No, in real life. If I had any sense at all, I would have filled up the bathtub and just brought the toaster.
can you give me that knife?
Dallas, could you throw this toaster into the bathtub, please? No, yeah, plug it in.
Why? Why? Because I played Warcraft 2 on PS1, that's why.
Yeah, that is just grounds for death.
And then Diablo port for PS1.
I think that one was like had more redemptive qualities.
I would never played it. You should try it.
Diablo 3 on consoles is apparently really good.
Well,
Yeah, people rave about that.
Okay, we should explain. This is in the PS1 era when the PC ports are obviously terrible.
Yeah.
console
This is
ports of PC games.
before they ironed out how
Because
to
now
do that.
every PC port of a console game is like the same.
Same thing,
everything's
yeah.
exactly the same. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. I've been having fun. I want to play more tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna prepare to get your shit wrecked on Quake 3 again.
All right.
Oh yeah.
You want to do roll the dice, Jake?
I don't know. Does everyone else feel like it?
Yes, one round.
All right, one
Good.
round.
Taylor,
One round.
all right.
One round.
Cool. All right. Who wants to start?
Jake, start.
All right. I guess I'll start. First. Oh wait, should we explain what the rules are?
Explain the rules.
That's
to the
right. Yeah.
people.
So for roll the dice, we're gonna roll 2 dice, and they're going to determine the genre of game we're talking about and the award that we would give a game within that genre. For instance, we might come up with the best storyline in a real-time strategy game, the worst cutscenes in a party game, or the best downloadable content in a fighting game. So, yeah, it's all fun and good. Makes us think on our feet. Let's do it. All right. So, award I'm getting is the best the best storyline in a roguelike game. Oh boy.
Yes.
Jolly good. God. I need your help, guys. What I need some roguelike games because they're not coming to me, of course.
The only two I know are Rogue Legacy and what's the other one?
Rogue Legacy.
Zero.
Tower of
Oh,
Guns,
no, got
Zerot.
it. No, shut up. I know it. No, Binding of Isaac, actually,
Nice.
because it had that twisted storyline. It was like that really creepy Oedipus type thing that was going on. It was just absolutely gory and disgusting, and like it just felt like the entire storyline and all of the stuff about Isaac and his mother was just like from this tortured child's dream. It was like it was just disturbing. Like when you actually started paying attention to the storyline, it's really, really disturbing.
Yeah, that game is
even
outstanding.
once you beat the game and like whatever, spoilers. It doesn't. I don't think it matters too much.
Spoiler alert.
There you go. Spoiler alert. Once you overcome your mother's influence, right? Then it's like, you wonder if you really did, because then the next levels, if you continue playing the game, are literally they're inside her womb or something. It's like this.
What the
It's
hell?
this super disturbing game. It really is. And so it's like it's this.
It's amazing though.
Yeah, I can't describe it anymore without just sounding like I'm running in circles. So, I passed the die to you, Taylor.
Best storyline in a roguelike game.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
What's he gonna get?
20.
Okay, that is the worst multiplayer in a
10.
shooter.
Worst multiplayer.
That's a good one.
In a shooter.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
I was really worried. I was like, don't say puzzle game. Don't say puzzle game.
In an RPG.
Man, there's a lot of. Let me think of some bad. One that comes to mind is Dead Space. I don't know if you consider that a shooter, but Dead Space 2 had multiplayer where
No, it's totally a shooter.
where
It's a third-person shooter.
like it was asynchronous. They like to call it, where like one was the alien and one was like, the Isaac, if you will.
The Isaac.
And apparently it just wasn't good. I never played it, but
Never played it.
No other shooters?
throwing it out there. I mean, like most shooters
I know
that
you're
I
not
play,
a huge shooter aficionado. So.
no, I mean like the shooters I play, I have fun with. Like both the Uncharted multiplayers were pretty good. The Watch Dogs, does that count?
Yeah.
That's a
You
shooter?
shoot in Watch Dogs.
That's totally a shooter.
Dude, the Watch Dog multiplayer was dog shit, man.
Oh,
It was Watch Dog shit.
So let me just clarify. Are you talking about the single one-on-one confrontations, or are you talking about the decryption mode, which is like 6-on-6?
Yeah, when it's with teams, because there was just so much lag. Like you'd be running
That
next
lag.
to somebody, and then like a second later they'd be like 20 steps ahead of you, and I'm like, what just happened? I'm like, is this part of the game, or is
the
it just
game-
terrible online? Like
The servers
netcode?
themselves rubber banded everything. I mean, it was like
And
you could have the
frame rate
best
was,
connection.
Like, tiny.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it was.
So the servers for that online multiplayer was basically just made out of like sand and coconuts,
Yes.
a la Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, exactly. The one-on-one stuff where one person's got the iPhone app,
Yeah.
which me and Jake played that a lot. That was fun, but when it's like 5v5
Well,
teams,
There's the iPhone app, and then there's the other modes where it's like someone invades your game, and
Sure.
they're both playing, so you have to like find the hacker. Like
That's
those ones,
actually cool.
Those were fantastic, no lag at all, like high intensity. It was awesome.
But you know what I'm talking
yeah.
about when you're like the conversation, because like it was crazy. Like I remember I really tried to get as much as I could out of that game. Even like right before I ended up selling it, I'm like, man, how is the netcode so bad on this game? It was I was laughable. Like you watched me play some of it.
We were
right?
like, let's try it again before you sell and see how bad it really is. And you just tried and we're like, wow, this is terrible.
yeah,
and
they should be embarrassed
at
like
least-
for it to be put out in that state.
At least the good news is that was entirely ignorable. I played it like a half dozen times, realized it wasn't just like a fluke. It is just constantly that horrible, and then I ignored it and enjoyed the rest of the game. Like, so it's only
That sounds
that
hard to do.
It's only the team multiplayer stuff. As long as you see it as a single player game and occasionally a one-on-one type scenario,
I got
it's
you.
fantastic.
The only thing I will say is if they decide to put that back into Watch Dogs 2, which is coming, that they should either really, really fix it or get rid of it like they did with Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
I have a feeling they're going to make it like Grand Theft Auto Online.
And I actually miss the
that could
old
be cool.
Assassin's Creed multiplayer modes.
Oh, where you have to like blend in and
Yeah,
kill each
that
other.
was pretty cool. Anyway, sorry, just side note there. Anyway, go ahead, Nick. Roll the
Nicholas.
dice.
7?
Okay, so you're looking to find the best game mechanic
God, that time. 20.
in a MOBA.
Didn't we do that last week?
I don't think so. Did we?
But no, that's not a bad one though. That's not a hard one.
Bass,
To do.
You
Bass.
could mulligan if you want.
I've already done best mechanic. Let's do a
Okay,
different.
come on, let's hear it. Come on now. Just work for it.
Come on, bring home the bacon.
Let's
Nick.
talk about some MOBAs.
It's been so long. I know some people might think this is sacrilege, but I did enjoy having changeable 2 skills in League of Legends.
What
So you
what
could
is
have,
that?
like, you could have an extra you could have like a teleport and then like a and then like a flame attack. So you have like your base skills,
Uh-huh.
your passive skill, and then you have 2 equipable summoner skills. So those 2 summoner skills could be like there's always like a set of like 8 that you could pick. And the best ones are always the teleport and then the flame spell, because you can teleport away from people, and the flame skill can kill someone from when they run away because it's a DOT. So you flame them when they're almost dead and they run away and die. So that's pretty much the thing. I mean, that's the most MOBA I've played was League of Legends.
Okay.
Nice.
You
Yeah.
made it through.
Did
that's
any
good.
of you know? Have any of you played League
I-
of Legends at all?
Well, I
I've
don't.
only
bit,
spectated.
I don't remember enough of that to know the spells thing.
I
But
wish
no, that
I
sounds
could
good.
level with you here. I played Dota. I mean, shit. The original Dota on Warcraft 3. We
Yeah.
just clarify for all you punks and motherfuckers.
How about like those battle arenas in custom map World of Warcrafts? I want the.
Those were sick.
They're
Yeah,
so
ain't-
unbalanced, but like
The battle
totally
arenas. What do
unbalanced.
you mean? Like the WoW arena?
No,
No.
like in
Well, no. There was
in
the actual
Warcraft
in
3.
Warcraft 3, the custom game called WoW Arena.
right.
Yeah, those were awesome because it's just choose your hero and then fight the other
Right,
people.
we're talking about the ones that were like fan made though, that were super unbalanced. You know, like
it's
totally.
like GBZ Special Hero Collection.
Yeah, yeah.
Arena. Yeah.
Yeah, the WoW Arena one that was fan made. They made
really?
made a Warcraft 3 custom game that was based on World of Warcraft
Wow,
arenas.
I'm gonna go down.
It was pretty awesome, actually. Yeah, they did a good job with them.
Sweet.
All right, so go for it.
All right, I'll bring us home. 7.
All right, you're looking for the
I'm not looking forward to whatever.
best game mechanic.
We've had that.
7s
17.
in a puzzle game.
That's actually pretty good.
Well, yeah, go for it.
yeah.
I guess
I actually have to think though. Like shit, how many puzzle? I'm gonna mulligan on the puzzle game.
the
thing.
puzzle game one.
Yeah.
All right, so you still want
Just because I
best
don't play
game-
that many fucking puzzle games.
You still want best game mechanic.
Yeah, I like
All
that.
right, so best game mechanic
because
in
that can go to any genre.
in a
14.
in a turn-based strategy.
Oh,
wow.
I did that last.
I'm really glad I mulliganed. Wow, this is actually
now, I'm
almost
gonna
impossible.
I'm gonna go ahead and also say that you cannot choose Bravely Default.
Okay, that's fine.
I just wanted to make sure because I think you've talked about that one like
No, that
twice
was
now,
Nick.
and I wanna hear
That
something
was me.
new.
I've never played
Really?
Bravely Default.
Bravely Default.
Never played that
No,
game.
what you
Sorry.
gotta say is you
Get you-
cannot say Final Fantasy Tactics.
you were like, you can't talk about Bravely Default. I was kind of like, okay.
Sorry.
Well, it's also not a turn-based strategy.
I'm getting my
so-
nerds confused. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so best game mechanic in a turn-based
Strategy.
turn-based strategy game. Wait, does that include RPGs? Right, like turn-based RPGs.
Are you talking like stuff like Civilization?
You know, I was originally.
I was
that's
thinking
what-
like just RPGs.
when
that
I
are turn-based.
initially wrote it down, I think I was just talking about Civilization, but I guess turn-based strategy, because I guess a turn-based RPG. I don't know.
Turn-based strategy is like tactics.
There's not that many of
War,
those.
Turn-based strategy or just turn-based RPG? Because a turn-based strategy, I think, is
Turn-based RPGs.
because there are strategy RPGs
Yeah,
like
turn-based-
tactics and
Turn-based RPGs.
Okay,
are
I
like
got
Final
you.
Fantasy
I got
VII
you.
and stuff
or
like
yeah, because it's
well,
not
okay,
just
I
Civ.
got an answer.
All right, what's up?
Listen, people. All right, so I'm gonna go with Tactics Ogre, the Chariot Tarot, which allows you to go back in time
Is
and
this
change
English?
your moves. What's up?
Is this English?
Chariot Tarot.
Oh, okay.
Tarot
All right.
Tarot cards,
Man,
yeah.
that whole thing just didn't register in
Tactics
my head.
Ogre.
You know? Okay.
I could say it very slowly and articulately.
Well, I think I heard like Tactis Ogre,
Oh,
like, and then I didn't.
Let us
moving
cling
on.
together.
Moving on. Yeah. Tactics Ogre, my favorite game mechanic, is the Chariot Tarot, which allows you to go back in time to change moves that you've already made, because mostly because that game is so hard that it has to throw you a bone, because like if you just had to live with every single
Tell
decision,
that to Helldivers.
yeah, exactly. True. But I guess that's just giving you a vine to swing on in this crazy dense jungle of fucking you over. That was good. I like that. But
Yes, yeah.
yeah, the Chariot Tarot is classic because you can go back, I think, almost up to like 20 turns and change things you did, and you can kind of exploit it a little bit, which is where it was a little bit flawed. But overall, it was an awesome game mechanic, because usually you would think that if you allowed the player to go back and change his mistakes, it would like break the game, and make it
Doesn't.
too easy. But that game is at a level of challengingness that makes it so that the Chariot Tarot doesn't in fact break the difficulty. It just makes it more manageable. And like if you want to have a great challenge, you could just not use it. So in that respect, I feel like it doesn't hurt the integrity of the game, and it also makes it more fun and somewhat more forgiving to play.
In Tactics Ogre, if your character dies in the battle, he's dead, right? Or he has
He can die 3 times.
3 times. Yeah, and then after the third time, he's
It's
gone.
actually really hard for one of your characters to die. Like you have to suck really bad for that to happen.
all right.
Well, here's the thing too that's great. Like you're talking about, like it doesn't ruin the flow of the game. I think it's almost saving you time too. That's what I love about like when games save time, like respect your time, because those battles take forever. Your teams are like 10, 12 people. And can you imagine if you fuck up a battle and you have to do it all over again? It's like a 2-hour battle.
Exactly.
So if you like just go back a couple turns, like that's just really nice to be able to do.
That's a very good point to bring up on this because like Final Fantasy Tactics, the main competitor to this game in my mind is the battles are much, much shorter because they're like 5-on-8 or 5-on-7. But in Tactics Ogre, like you're talking like 14-on-12 bloodbaths that take a long time. So like just going back and fixing a mistake is so much better than losing the battle and starting it all over. Because like it doesn't make it any easier. It's still some of the battles are freaking near impossible. But yeah, it's just gives you just the right amount of leverage.
How many times can you use it?
It's infinite.
Yeah. So I find it funny because you
it's kind of honor system, I guess.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say like I could see it being abused, but as long as you're playing the game, with a little bit of integrity.
Well, the thing is, you only have to use it if like you screw up real bad. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you could go and change every single move if it didn't go exactly the way you wanted. But then you'd be taking 4 hours on each battle. Yeah.
But you got to think of it this way: you do a move, right, and then you go like 4 turns ahead, and then you start dying all like crazy, like everyone starts dying. You have to go back like 4 or 5 turns to figure out.
Sometimes a lot more turns.
Figure out exactly where you messed up.
It's like it's like a different kind of strategy where I don't know, but man, it's a really tough question. There's so many awesome game mechanics in strategy RPGs. I'm sure 5 minutes after this podcast, I'll think of one that's way cooler than that. But I'll go with that for now. For sure.
World in disguise.
Yeah, that one's good for turning your brain into jelly.
Yeah,
because it takes so long. But yeah, that's mine.
All right.
Which should conclude this week's
That should conclude
edition.
this week, yes.
All right, let's hear the credits.
All right. That will do for this week's episode of Last Honest Gamers. Make sure to follow us on Facebook at The Honest Gamers, Twitter at The Honest Gamers, and YouTube at The Last Honest Gamer.
It's not confusing at all.
Yeah, there's different. Well, 2 of them are the same and 2 of them are different. One's different.
We'll get that worked out for you guys.
You can listen to us on iTunes, Stitcher, and through the Night of Living Geeks site. We are also on YouTube now, so go check us out. We are out, yo.
Yeah, we're on iTunes.
We're out, yo.
Killer sign off, dude. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah, it was fun today.
Night of the Living Geek.
Yo.
You must have a shun and off.
I don't even know what he just said.
It sounded epic, though.
That was the blacksmith's good morning.
Challenge you to single combat.
I know what that was. All right. You guys all ready?
I don't fucking know, guys. I don't know. Someone's gonna need to take up the hype for me today. My energy's shot.
I didn't have band practice today, so I'm ready to
I
fucking
feel like-
hype.
All right,
feel
3
like-
weeks till E3. Woo!
Yes, E3. Think of E3. Think of new Halo footage.
I've never watched an E3 in my life, by the way.
What? Oh, you're in for a treat. Sir.
E3 is pretty fun.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
I
It's
think
pretty. It's pretty great.
It's fun with friends as well.
And it's cool because it's like you get to enjoy the hype for at least one day. For one day, you get to be excited about games. It's just like
Even for games where you're like, I am never going to play this, but man, that was awesome.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you get the announcement beforehand, you get the build up to the trailer, you get the crowd starting to go wild, and you get the trailer, you watch it, and then you see their reactions, and it's
Has
fun.
there ever just been like a silent crowd after one of the trailers?
Final
Everyone's
Fantasy
just
VII.
Yeah, yeah. It was like
Really?
so because I'll let do you want to explain this?
I'm so
You
confused.
can.
Okay,
It's
so
fine.
Sony started doing their own like yearly special conference called the PlayStation Experience, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna start this off by showing the first ever Uncharted 4 gameplay, and they were doing all this cool stuff, and then they bring in the
Square Enix.
producer for Square Enix. They fly this dude out from Japan, and he's like, and we're excited to bring to you the greatest Final Fantasy of all time is coming to PlayStation 4. And everybody's like, holy shit, the remake, they're finally doing it. And they show like a trailer for Final Fantasy 7 with all the old graphics, and we're like, okay, cool. So it's gonna like morph into like the new graphics.
Yeah.
And then it just kept going.
and it
and it didn't
and then it ended.
and then it ended, and everybody was just kind of like, what the What was that?
Were they just re-releasing it?
yeah,
or
they're
something?
putting the
it's
old PS1 version on PS4.
So it's the HD PC port onto the PS4.
So there's
Are
no,
you fucking serious?
I know.
Yeah.
And so everyone's just like,
it was
what?
so funny.
like it was like complete silence. So
Yeah.
one guy was just like,
Yeah. Like we're not even exaggerating. It was bad. Dude.
you should have seen this before.
That's fucking awesome.
When he was announcing, like, for the first time on PS4, you can play Final Fantasy VII.
and
Everyone's like,
people were rabid,
Yeah.
rabid. And then I think like after a few seconds of silence after the trailer, there was like a small smattering of applause. Of just like, yeah,
like the just politeness.
yeah,
applause.
exactly. It was just like, oh,
Pity clap.
no, that
Like,
sucked.
how shitty did that guy feel?
I know. Right?
My question is, what were they thinking, letting him go on there in the first place? Like
I know.
they had to know that it was going to end like that.
Yeah.
Like that's something you relegate to like a trailer on your YouTube channel or something.
Like you know, I can just buy that game for $10 on PSN, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
I've owned that game since like 1997. I mean, come on.
it was funny that they made such a big deal because they had, like I said, they had like Uncharted, they had like Batman, they had like, all these crazy ass games, and it's like a fucking port of like a 20-year-old game. Like, what are you guys doing?
That literally is just
And
unconscionable.
that could happen this E3.
They
That's
could.
what's funny.
Yes, I'm pumped now.
But yeah, I just remember watching it with Taylor, and he was getting pumped up. He's like, "Oh my god, it's happening!" I'm like, "It's not happening, dude. No, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen." I'm like, dude, don't just settle down, man. And I'm like, called it. just cracking up.
Don't let yourself be taken in.
Well, I've had it go both ways before because like during E3 2013 they were like showing all the Kingdom Hearts stuff. I'm like, oh, it's just the HD collection. Nick's like, dude, I think it's Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm like, it's not Kingdom Hearts 3.
Like-
And then it was Kingdom Hearts 3.
Like if they announced the PlayStation 5 this year at E3, no one's gonna applaud. Everyone's just gonna be like, "Give us our goddamn money back then!" Like,
Yeah,
fuck
exactly.
you, Sony.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
We want our game.
I know,
We're proud to announce
Yeah,
and it's not backwards
the
compatible.
new
it's like,
new
come on, Sony.
3DS XL.
yeah. Now all of the games you already own are somehow now only compatible with the new 3DS XL.
Or no, they actually come out with the old 3DS XL, which can play.
They are.
What?
They're no. I was gonna. They're bringing over the small new 3DS XL here with the changeable faceplates and everything.
Oh, they are.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
changeable faceplates for my gaming system. I'm
Did
overjoyed.
they announce that? I don't know.
I think that was announced
fuck?
like a long time
So
ago.
weak.
I don't
never
think
heard
so.
that,
I don't
buddy.
either. Yeah, I remember. I specifically remember people being really mad because we were only getting the big one.
I can't use that tiny thing.
Yeah, neither can I. The screen's too small.
All right, let's actually get into the podcast, guys.
No, you know what? We don't even have enough content. Let's just
Yeah, I'm
make-
just gonna go home.
end of podcast. That was it. Good job, everyone.
That was a good 5 minutes. I think we should keep this in.